Bad news. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Is it in Jeopardy? Rest in peace to Alex Trebek. That's what I want to talk about right now in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, the reason I say this, let's jump right into it. And it's ironic. I haven't seen anybody really talking about this, what I'm about to talk about in my video. I haven't really seen people talking about it, but I think it's pertinent. Now, let me give you guys a quick backstory. Ryan Garcia said he was going to target Rolly. He said this post-fight after he knocked out Oscar Duarte. Fine and dandy. Then Ryan Garcia, being who he is, Ryan Garcia took to social media and got involved in that business. And then he says, yo, I'm running a poll. Who should I fight next, Devin Haney or Rolly? A lot of people voted Devin Haney should be his next opponent. Then he switched gears and says, hey, I'm going after Devin Haney. The Haneys, as well as Oscar, as well as Ryan, all confirmed that they were in negotiations. But Ryan Garcia, being who he is, randomly said one day on his social media, the mission has changed. I'm not going after Devin Haney anymore. I'm going to go after Rolly Romero. And people were like, what? And kind of thrown for a loop because everybody was under the impression that he was trying to get the Devin Haney fight done. Now, me personally, and this is on record, you guys can listen to the videos to confirm it. I wasn't sold on Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney happening, right? And I told you that. And then randomly, Ryan was like, I got confirmation from my team that me and Rolly, after he switched gears from Devin to Rolly, that me and Rolly is pretty much a done deal and it'll be announced soon. Tickets will be on sale soon. Less than 12 hours later, it was announced that Amazon Prime's first card with PBC was confirmed. Keith Thurman versus Tim Tszyu as the main event. And the co-main event was Rolly Romero, who's a champion, versus Esau Pitbull Cruz. Very good fight. But that left Ryan Garcia high and dry, and it made Ryan Garcia look bad because he said he was leaving Devin Haney negotiations to fight Rolly. Then he announced that the Rolly fight was done with more information to come. And then we find out that that wasn't true. So then from that point, and I know this seems like a long soap opera to many boxing fans, but this is how it played out. Then from that point, Rolly had his other fight. They've even done a press conference, so we know that to be the case. We've seen the face-off. We've seen the press conference. Then Ryan said he's getting back into negotiations with Devin Haney, and he's not going to let Floyd Mayweather or anybody else distract him from that. But here's the problem. This is an update that I don't see anybody talking about, which I'm going to talk about in a few seconds. Oscar De La Hoya, and this is after he says, I'm going after Devin Haney April 20th. And again, people fell for it. Me, I said, show me. I don't believe it. I don't believe, like, you're not going to keep burning me and then expect me to just go along with it. So I said, if it happens, I will support the fight, but I'm not impressed. And I'm not believing that the fight is going to be next April 20th, despite whatever people tweet. Now, this is the update that people, for obvious reasons, who believed that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia would be next, they're not telling you the full story. But on my channel, I will. So a couple of days ago, and I'm just now getting around to making the video, Oscar De La Hoya, he tweeted out this: today's fighters are all business, but have no clue how to conduct it. I became a legend because I understood to fight the best and the money followed, right? So this was at the beginning of the month, February 2nd, that Oscar De La Hoya said this. So why is this important? Although he didn't mention any fighter specifically, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, he didn't say their names, but what else big negotiation is he talking about? What prompted him to even say this? Today's fighters are all about business, but they have no clue how to conduct business. So that's clearly a subliminal diss to someone or some situation. That's how I see it. Now, some people still aren't convinced. So let me have you understand that this was De La Hoya, February 2nd, 2024 at 11:58. And then at 12:51 p.m. on the same date, Devin Haney says this: Oscar, come with a real offer or quit wasting my time. Ryan Garcia talked to your boy, and he tagged Oscar De La Hoya. So literally these two tweets, one from Oscar, one from Devin Haney, were sent on the same exact day, 2/2/24, and they were sent less than an hour from each other. So you guys can say whatever you want, but for me, there's a connection there, and it's obvious. De La Hoya saying his piece and saying these fighters don't know how to conduct business, and then less than an hour, you have Devin Haney tweeting to Oscar, man, send me a real offer, like basically saying he's being lowballed. Listen, I don't know who's in the right in this situation because I haven't heard the negotiations. But here's the other thing. I don't care. I'm a boxing fan and a boxing reporter. I just want to see the fight. This is a fight that should be fairly easy to make. Devin Haney worked with DAZN his last fight. Ryan Garcia is with Golden Boy, who has a contract with DAZN. Why can't they get this done? And the funny thing, an ironic thing is this. In the world of boxing today, you have so many people who hate on Gervonta Davis and PBC fighters, and they say stuff like, oh, why didn't Errol Spence fight Terrence Crawford years ago? Why doesn't Gervonta Davis fight Devin Haney or whoever, right? Even though he fought Ryan Garcia, who's from over there. But you still have people, quote unquote, putting the pressure on Gervonta Davis. But then you look at a pretty much an in-house fight, two DAZN fighters, and it doesn't look like they can produce the fight. This will now, if what I'm saying and what I'm thinking serves to be correct, and Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia do not fight next, then you have an in-house fight, two fighters affiliated with the same platform, and they can't even get that done. So why is the onus on Gervonta Davis to fight Shakur or to fight Devin or to fight whoever, Teofimo Lopez, all these other guys from different promotional outfits and companies that fight on different platforms, but then the actual platform can't produce their own in-house fights of the same or similar magnitude. For example, Top Rank is not making Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. They're not making Shakur Stevenson versus Lomachenko. That would be a great fight that I would pay for. Instead, Shakur's left out high to dry, and he's announcing a premature retirement, and Lomachenko's fighting Kambosos, knowing the whole world didn't really ask for Kambosos and Lomachenko, and it's a title fight. So you guys see the politics. Same thing, if Devin and Ryan do not fight on DAZN, how come? What's the holdup? Now, I do believe, if I had to take a stab at it without seeing contracts, I don't think that Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy are as fond of once beaten Ryan, who just lost within 2 fights. I don't think they want him to fight a guy like Devin Haney, because Devin Haney's style could be very tricky for a guy like Ryan Garcia, because Devin Haney has a great jab and he knows how to box. And we know in a lot of these instances, the boxer, as long as he doesn't get tagged with anything, the boxer has a great chance of outboxing the less sharp fighter, you know, the boxer with less skills, if you will. Now, it's not saying Ryan has no chance, but I don't think that Golden Boy fancies Ryan's chances versus a guy like Devin Haney. They already put him in with Gervonta Davis. I don't think they wanted that fight either, but Ryan, being insistent and feeling he has leverage, he kind of punked him into the Gervonta Davis fight. So one fight removed from Gervonta Davis, I really don't see Golden Boy trying to make some of these fights for Ryan Garcia. Now, publicly, they're going to say, oh yeah, we want the fight, and these other guys are ducking you, and these other guys are afraid and they won't take a deal, but they're probably being lowballed, because look at the common denominator. So you mean to tell me They can't work out a deal with Devin Haney, can't work out a deal with Rolly, can't work out a deal with Pitbull Cruz, all in the same space of time. But then Rolly and Pitbull are fighting each other, and there was no talk. There was no bunch of interviews or tweets. It was business as usual. The business was done behind the scenes, and you just got the fight announced. But De La Hoya keeps going to Twitter, Ryan, Devin Haney, everyone's publicly talking in real time on social media, pretty much regarding the negotiations. And I've told you time and time again, anytime there is public negotiations, the fight has a greater chance of not happening next, because that is not how boxing is done. You know, you think multi-million-dollar acquisition deals with, like, let's say Apple buys this company, or you had the Ring doorbell cameras that Amazon acquired, right? They don't have to get on social media and Ring doorbell is talking about the Amazon Prime deal before the ink dries. It's just not a great way to conduct business. And this, to me, is common sense, but common sense is not always common. You know, imagine the doorbell company, before the deal is actually finalized, they blabber on social media, on Instagram Live or on Twitter, that they're doing this major deal for millions or billions of dollars with Amazon Prime. Sounds pretty stupid to me. And I think the best way to ensure that a deal collapses is when you prematurely announce it. You know, you have a greater chance. Like for me, I would never do that, because anytime you open up that floodgate, you have opened up the chance in Pandora's box for something to go wrong, for someone to come out and, you know, hate on the deal or interfere with the deal or influence the deal in some kind of way. So it's better to just handle the business and just announce. That's my personal opinion. Subscribe to the channel. Best in the business, and it's not even close. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.